What it is, what it is. Welcome to Platform 246. I am Lawrence. I appreciate you stepping up. It was a hell of a weekend for me, and I don't know what kind it was for you, but we're going to get into all of that today. Hit that like button. Again, this is always a call-in show. As you can see, the link is already in the comments. So just point that motherfucker. It's enough time for me to start cussing because there may be a lot of that on this show today. Again, as always, now recently for the last couple of months, excuse the cavern. This is a big ass living room, and there's not a lot of shit in here. Like right now, there's not a lot of shit in my heart because of my team. They're trying to drain me. They're trying to drain me. I believe that this weekend could have been a really good weekend. This could be a really great sports week for me as a whole. But instead, the 49ers had none of that. They didn't want anything to do with that. So today, we're going to talk about that because I have a whole lot to say about it. So, welcome to you. If you're new, as always, welcome to the platform. Sit down. Don't start no shit. There won't be none. I'm going to do my best to try to be entertaining for you and give you just a place to get your thoughts and feelings out about the 49ers and the shit that we're going through right now. And the level of shit that we are going through right now is about sky high. It's really hard to even figure out where to start. But start by following us on Twitter at BamBamLLD. It's real simple, BAMBAMLLD. Right now, that's the only place you can really contact us online because I'm in jail and other places. Okay, I'm locked up right now. I'm a multiple time offender. And right now, I could probably quickly get some time in the internet slammers with how I'm feeling. This right there. BAMBAMLLD on the on the X. I don't even know what the hell they call it anymore. They said that they were changing the name of that shit from Twitter to X, but it still got that bird. They didn't change that goddamn logo. Our logo right now is suffering. The weekend, I thought that we had a chance this Sunday against this team. I really did. And I thought this was probably one of our better, despite the rash of injuries that we came into the game with. And clearly, it got worse for us. But it started with the return.
Purdy over the middle. That ball is caught up to the 25, and it is caught by Pearsall, his first NFL catch. And if you just tuned in and don't know the story, listen to this crowd. A standing ovation.
Standing ovation, as he earned. Ricky Pearsall, first time of the year after taking a bullet right to the chest. Niner gang or don't bang. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. He took that shit to heart. Okay, the man took a bullet to the chest. Somebody tried to get him for his Jacob, and he wasn't having that either. Like the Niners weren't having anything to do with goodness for me for the week of sports. So he wasn't having that. He fought back, shot that thing up, by the way, with his own gun. But did take a bullet to the chest. He came back before Christian McCaffrey. So, the world and God work in mysterious ways. But the weekend could have had that, just the start, not even the return, because he never played for us before. But the start of the career for Ricky Pearsall. But what ended up happening is maybe the end of the career as it's been known for one Brandon Ayuk. And then we're not even going to get into the coach and the issues that currently befit him or his quarterback. So where do we start? First of all, another brutal loss to fucking Missouri. To the Chiefs of all teams. They have since 2020 basically ripped my goddamn heart out. I sat in Las Vegas and watched them take a Super Bowl from James's idiot ass. And then I was able to come to California with my family, with my sons, sit down and watch the Super Bowl and watch us get beat on the last possible play of a football game. The literal last possible play outside of an offensive penalty. Excuse me, a defense, any penalty, outside of a penalty. The last seconds of overtime in the Super Bowl with a lead, a walk-off touchdown. Where the fuck do they do that at? But the Chiefs did it. They did it to us. They did it to us just back in February. So this season, I lived through that. And I get to this year, and we're struggling a bit. Again, off-season problems with our wide receiver. We're used to that. Not improving the team the way and at the positions that we need to. We're used to that shit too. Just being 49ers fans, everything that fucking means and makes up on a yearly basis, especially in the offseason. We get through all of that. We start this year and we start to struggle. Expectedly. But we come in to Kansas City, the game with them at home this time, right, dead even. 3-3, 500 average, right? But Sunday, we looked like the fucking JV team on the field against varsity. Or against an NFL team. We look like a college team playing against an NFL team. And I ain't talking about the top Alabamas and all that bullshit. I'm talking about your Southern Mississippi playing up against the Chiefs. We had a chance to show our mettle and shit against the champions, against a team that is now currently in our nightmares on Elm Street. We had an opportunity to show them that we can play with them, that we can beat them, that Brock is ascending to the level of Patrick. We got none of those done. We got our ass whooped at every position on the field. To a man, we got fucked up. Patrick Mahomes ran to the sideline and faked out of bounds, stopped, came back. I saw him do to us what I've seen him do to all the other teams in the NFL. The longest play of his career, 33 yards. And that's the longest play of that son of a bitch's career. And he got it against us. Why? Well, because he's protected, because he's the quarterback, because he's Patrick Mahomes. Somebody should have sent his ass into the third fucking row when he tiptoed back. First of all, Fred Warner should have got his ass. All-Pro Fred, right? The Hall of Famer. What was that, Lo? Fred Warner, tell me how you ended up hugging air. So then he gets past and he's just tiptoeing through tulips and shit. He's not moving with any speed whatsoever. And everybody is fucking pulling their hands back from him. Somebody should have hit that motherfucker into the Gatorade bottles. They should have hit his ass and tell you he should have got a Gatorade shower without a win. But no, our players really literally backed up off that son of a bitch and let him get all the way down. Did he score? Fuck. It was probably one of the more frustrating games that I've watched in the last few years. I understood how Texas, and they got some coming. I understood how Texas fans feel when they break their televisions. And this is before the second half was over. The first half, before the second quarter was done, I wanted to break my team. I wanted to put my head through something. And speaking of that, Bebop, you should get yourself and Rocksteady and crash right into Master Splinter. That's what you need to do. We're going to talk about Splinter today. And speaking of him, and speaking of putting my head through the TV, Kyle, don't get me started, Bebop. First of all, thank you for coming in, bro. Appreciate you stepping up. Hit that like button for me. Share the video out on your Twits, on the X's, whatever you need to do. Just, I would stay away from your X if you have one. But, share it on the X, so I appreciate it. And Kyle, he needed to get a steel chair or a mouse trap right on his shit. And a lot of us 49er fans don't want to say that. Me personally, 3 years ago, I put up a video on this channel that was, while widely viewed, was not very popular. And I asked, was it time to start looking at another coach? It was about circa the time that Trey Lance left his ankle on the 25-yard line. And a lot of you came at me hard. Pause. I asked, should we possibly be looking at another coach? But I want to skip all around. We're not going to do that stuff. We're still still stay in game. Hey everyone, happy Tuesday too, happy Taco Tuesday. It's gonna be Hamburger Tuesday here. That's always a favorite, Dad's Burgers. You dig what I'm saying? Like Bob's Burgers, fuck Bob's Burgers, Dad's Burgers. The 49ers will cause me to drink more. That's alcohol, this is not. So Patrick Mahomes, doesn't have a good game. They still beat us by 10, and the score wasn't as close as it was. We really look like a JV squad, in my opinion. Going up against the big dogs or some shit like that. Going up against the seniors. Or a college team in the NFL. Like, they look better than us at everything. Special teams. They have the number one defense in football. They have that quarterback. The Muppet Man. What can we do? They're in my nightmares for sure, and I know that they're in the players' nightmares. I know that despite the 49ers players huffing and woofing and shit like that, and Trent Williams punching niggas in the face. Let's see, do we have that? Maybe we have some of Trent leaving the field. I'm not sure. I might have that. Trent Williams getting kicked out yesterday for punching a motherfucker. For punching a man with his helmet on. Now, he was smart because he opened his hand at the last, he gave one of them WWE punches. He opened his hand at the last minute. He opened up his hands.
Trent Williams and Nick Bolton going at it. So the officiating crew trying to keep this thing under wraps. Andy Reid said these teams.
The Chiefs kept our asses motherfucking under wraps. That's for sure. Everything that we tried to do yesterday or Sunday failed. I gotta remember this is 49ers Tuesday. We do this. But everything that we tried to do on Sunday, it failed. Miserably. We couldn't run the ball. We damn sure couldn't pass the ball. Because most of us don't even know the names of the receivers that are on the team. We couldn't stop them when it mattered. And that's been a problem for our defense for a long time. And getting up field on third down, manning up in the red zone, shit like that. Our special teams is the complete acronym of the word special. Our special teams is the exact opposite of the fucking word. We have the worst special teams of all time. I know that you feel the same way as me when the ball goes. First of all, when they hike the ball, our pump may get blocked. Once the receiver gets it in his hands, I know you feel like me, it's going to the house. Because we kick the ball straight down the middle of the field, and we got the whole fucking defensive coverage on the ball to the left side. You don't even do that on PlayStation. And when we kick a field goal, or an extra point. Now, we scored a touchdown yesterday, finally, and after everything we had to do to score, we had to pick that fucking frog off. We had to pick off intercept his pass, march all the way down the field, and Brock barely crossed the goal line and scored a touchdown, and we missed the extra point. I could slap the shit off that kicker. Whatever his name is, it's not Jake Moody, because he sat on his ankle a couple of weeks ago trying to make a tackle on special teams. So when we kick a field goal, you know damn well you don't think it's going. B-Bob saying, what's up? I still think Brock was sick too. Okay, I mean, what is our issue? So first of all, let me say this right now. First of all, hello to Damien. What's up, sir? Creed in 3. We need to get our Niners heart back. Niner, gang, or don't bang. Goddamn right, Damien. We do. The Niners need that King Booker. King Booker. Get that King Booker swag. Do something. Maybe they get a Charmel mascot. Maybe that'll help us. I'm not positive. Target Kittle more, getting paid to be a disguise. What the fuck? Who's not getting paid to be a disguise on the team? Who's not getting paid receiving money, touchdown money to be a blocker? George Kittle isn't. He is. He's getting paid to be a blocker and to be a disguise. Kyle Juszczyk is getting paid Hall of Famer money to be a blocker only and one pass per game, maybe. He's the best fullback in football, maybe ever, all around. And Kyle Shanahan has no idea what to do with him, except for to block for a running game that is not running right now. It's running in place. It's running in place. It's running in the fucking quicksand, like our entire hopes for this entire season. And I'm trying to stay faithful because I'm a strong individual. I fancy myself to be one. Okay, I try to be. I'm trying to stay faithful. You know what I'm saying? But every week it gets a little bit more difficult to stay faithful in this regime and in this season. I'm also a realist. Talofa to Jason and Talofa to you faithful, even to the non-faithful. Okay, no matter who you like, there are no color lines here. All right, everybody's welcome. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And everybody that's not new, welcome back, my folks. Jason, Damian, Bebop, who else came through here? Daniel Berry, yes. And anybody that's watching that hasn't jumped in the comments, hello to you too. And this team has marbles. Marbles! You had no marbles! Shout out to, what the fuck is the movie? Right, Jason, give it up. Major League 2. Shout out to Major League 2. This team certainly fucking needs to get some marbles. Okay? Shout out to Major League 2 for that. Shout out to you, Jason, for that pull. Unless I just came with that and you didn't even really, that's not where you got it from. But Lawrence giving this Mickey from Rocky 5. I'm about to give people some fucking machetes is what I'm gonna be giving today. Honestly, possibly. I'm trying not to. How do you feel about Kendrick Rourke? Negative. Much love for you for the question. Negative. Classic movies. Boom. We need to do a classic movie. Just a classic movie stream one day. You have no marbles. Okay. And then if next week you all, fuck that. You should have did it this Sunday. Should have came up there and hit that shit right out the park. And then did a victory lap around Santa Clara. You should have done that. But instead, we shit the bed. Nope, that's it. Madden Drive. Man, yes. Excellent movie. Excellent movie. So, but what's not another excellent movie? Okay. So why is all this happening? That's the first thing that I need to know. I think that's what we all need to figure out. I think that we all need to come to terms with it. Now, everybody can't agree on anything, really, in the entire world. Look at politics. So, still, there has to be a primary source of dysfunction on this team. And when you talk about great movies, you're going back to the No Marbles, Major League, and then I believe that's Major League. I'm pretty sure it is. It may be 3. It actually may be Major League 3, not 2. So that was from the 90s. A great movie from the 80s. Probably about 1990 also, right at the start of the 90s. Excellent movie. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It birthed some amazing characters. Brought them right out the comic books and right onto your big screens. You dig? And then it just went wild. Michelangelo, that's me. Donatello, Raphael, fucking Shredder, right? Casey Jones, April O'Neil, and then of course, Master Splinter. And we have our own Master Splinter. And if you don't believe me, just look at the thumbnail. Because that motherfucker not only looks like a rat, but he gives me every tendency of a rat. Selfish, greedy for power, not a people person, a marsupial. Is that what they're called? Rodents? That could be fucking seals or something else. I don't know. Bro, that's why we're connected, bro. Bob, Michelangelo, since a baby, since 7 or 8, Michelangelo. So, and my brother was Leonardo. He wasn't that smart. But someone who is smart is one Kyle I named my child after Lil Wayne, Rat-Face Shanahan. And I got some people out there, much love to you. You know who you are. In the internet, you know, and the internet right now is one of my homes. I have many homes. I have the home that I'm in right now. I have the internet. I have the home that I go to once or twice a week. That's going to keep that under wraps. And on the internet right now, a lot of people are speaking about Kyle Shanahan, Rat-Face himself, the Rat-Face cartoon, Master Splinter, Master Kyle, the dictator, to me, the number one in charge, and to me, public enemy. No, okay, not really. I put up a long time ago, I said, should we question Kyle? And every game, every day almost, he makes me more upset. Individual, person to person. Okay? Between he and I. It's because one, he keeps losing. Okay? But two, because he refused, I believe that he's a man who's extremely intelligent and who's too intelligent for his own good. A man who believes that he can't be wrong, or that no one can, like, you can't tell me that that's not the truth about this man. We have all watched him coach and lead our team for 7 years now. Is it 7 or 8? Bruh, we got, for sure, we knew we was going to get it, and we're going to be live streaming for that. So first of all, thank you so much for stepping up, Lo. How you doing, man? Good to see you. It's been a minute. We're about to get on Kyle's ass, his rat ass. But before that, Dodgers versus the Yankees. No disrespect to anybody out there on the East Coast, okay? But it's West Coast. It's Go Dodgers. It's that royal blue. But I'm very happy this against the Yankees. All Yankees fans, I welcome you to come through the channel. This week, we will be live streaming through the World Series. I've never live streamed baseball, but I can do anything. Okay, and so can you if you put your mind to it. So we're gonna be live. Low. Right now, we're talking about the Niners and the disgust that we all must be feeling with all the things that are taking place. Again, with Kyle. So during every game, I tell him, call the good plays, Kyle. Get in your Birkin bag. Get out of your Target bag and get into your Birkin bag. At least a coach bag, because you are the coach. But every week, we see the same traps. We see Debo's fucking when he doesn't have the moment. We see Debo fucking lining up in the I formation as a single back. Pretty much can wind the clock to what that play is going to be, or what it's not going to be. We don't see any creativity from him anymore. 3 years ago, I was like, this motherfucker is the most creative son of a bitch I've ever seen. Where is his Madden playbook at? But now he has not changed that Madden playbook one iota. So now the entire NFL knows what we're doing. And he has horses. He has future Hall of Fame players all up and down his offense. They're not on the offensive line because of his mentality, though. We got one in the offensive line. All the other four together don't make up one Hall of Famer. They're not fucking for a quarter apiece. So we got one Hall of Famer on the O-line. Well, other teams, the whole three middle are Hall of Fame, or both tackles are Hall of Fame. What the fuck? But he's so smart. And he runs his team like a John Madden team, like he said in a live interview. No bullshit. A grown man said that. I think about the defensive line first. When I was a kid playing Madden, all my friends would draft the wide receivers, and I would draft fucking that guy that played for Minnesota. I would draft John Randall. Motherfucker, what? Instead of Randy Moss? And right now, same thing applies. We have nobody who can get separation. That's because of Kyle. We have nobody who can block long enough for our receivers to get separation. That's because of Kyle. The best players that we have on our team spend 50. Where's George Kittle's Saints play and shit. Like George Kittle catching a whole bunch of 6-yard outs and shit like that. I'm tired of seeing that. That's because of Kyle. So everybody on the internet that's saying Brock played horrible. And he played like shit. He's running Kyle's scheme. Kyle does not allow you to audible. Kyle don't barely allow you to think for yourself. That's why James' stupid ass Garoppolo got so far into his head that he was out that motherfucker. Bro, you ain't the only one. I'm gonna be mad till Sunday until we stomp a stone cold Steve Austin mudhole size fucking footprint into Texas. I'm gonna be mad until that happens too. Kyle don't know how to move without CMC. Amen. In the red zone, it is abysmal. In the red zone. Debo going out got me. I'm surprised Debo didn't get everybody sick because he has pneumonia because he had the bubble gut. So what is that? We have the Super Bowl Madden curse hangover. People on Instagram and Twitter and X and Facebook, follow me on Twitter at BamBamLOD. People on Twitter say, oh, back when we made the joke about it when it first cracked off, that CMC was going to be on the cover of Madden. When it happened, when I just saw it on my phone on Instagram, the second that it came out, my heart sunk a little bit. Now, I knew that both of my sons were going to get the game, and they are the first 49er ever on the cover of Madden by himself. It's CMC. Bless us, Christian. You could use some of them blessings right now, no. It's the first person from the 49ers ever on Madden and shit. Straight up, right? Niner game. Nope. Inside, it was like a Grinch. My heart shrunk just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I already knew. And then, to top it off, put a little cherry on top of that shit, last year, we went to and lost the Super Bowl. You know what happens after that. Injuries and horrible play. And we're sitting on both. David, Niner gang, don't bang, man. We're not banging too hard right now. We are the NFL match unit. We really are. Thank you. Is that what I need to do, Steve-O? Is that all it takes? I'm going to get back to it. Thank you. I'm dead serious about what I need to do in here to get this shit the heck out of here. On to them boys. That's going to be it's on to them boys. Them whatever. Thank you, Steve-O. Appreciate you for stepping up. I'm going to get the rugs. I'm going to get on Amazon after this stream. If you want to get on Amazon, you can do that too when we're done. I'm gonna get those rugs. If you want to send some rugs, hit us or the change for some rugs. Fill the studio out. Platform 246. $ platform 246 on Cash App. Hit the channel, support the channel. Steve-O, you see what Steve-O said. Or you can send them to hit me on Twitter if you want to send me some rugs. If you have some authentic rugs from your state and city, and you want to send them, I'll put one of them bitches up on the back of this wall. Okay? So, but Kyle, the fact that we don't adjust in game is mind-boggling to me. And the whole league has us figured out. And we have some amazing players, and he is not putting them in position to win. Andy Reid puts his players in positions to win. They're 6-0 with Frogger playing like shit. Outside of that little sweet booty play that he made on the sideline. But we're not going to get into that. They're 6-0, and he's playing like a dog. And not a good one. Why is that? One, because their defense is outstanding. Coaching. Shocker. And two, because of Andy Reid. And most importantly, because of Andy Reid. Because he puts his offense in positions to win. He doesn't keep trying to fucking shove a star fucking cube into a fucking circle hole. And she says, it's going to work because it's me. Well, that's what Kyle Shanahan does. So is Kyle Shanahan on the hot seat? To you, and this is a legitimate question. Rugs quiet my loud activities. Bruh. Keep it PG, Steve-O. PG. Okay, sit to that. Sit what are your loud activities, Steve-O? Jump in the comments. Do I want to know? All right, so We don't put our players in positions to win. Kyle will not. And I don't understand how he's supposed to be a genius offensive coordinator. And I think that that's really all that Kyle Shanahan is. At this point, well, I haven't lost faith in Kyle Shanahan because first of all, he's our coach. And I'm that kind of nigga. But you can piss me off to the highest point of piss city. And I'm going to let you know, my lord. My man, you have got to do better. You have to adjust and adapt. And men adapt. Hopefully people as a whole. And I can only speak for me and what I am. My chromosomes. Men have to adapt to shit every day. Sometimes all day. Multiple times a day. Kyle, what are you doing? Adapting is not it. Not in game, not in the off season, not during these legendary practices that you have where the ball's always in your fucking hand. I believe this man is not a head coach. I believe this man is a coordinator. And a pretty good one is what I can say right now. Because he's been doing the same thing since his father's been doing it in 1992. And while it's brought a lot of success, it hasn't brought the success. And I don't give a damn about Kyle's man. Fucking the guy that's offensive coordinator for Ohio State right now, Chip Kelly and Mustache Man. If you didn't live through that, shut the fuck up. I've been a 49er fan since I was 8 years old. I've lived through every fucking thing. If you wasn't here, and when we were 2-14, you can go back to my fucking Facebook right now. It was Niner gang, all up and down my shit. When we were 2-14, the reason why I'm sitting here with you on the internet is the 49ers. But settling for mediocrity and the we're okay or we're good that Kyle Shanahan has brought us is a bunch of BS to me. It's crap. Jerry Rice went the fuck off yesterday, and I don't even fuck with Jerry Rice that tough, but Jerry Rice went off and said, this is not the 49er way. If we were getting our asses bludgeoned and slaughtered like that in our own house, we would have been fighting each other on the sideline. And that's what I felt like doing on Sunday, fighting Kyle. Just getting it up with him. Because, again, So, what up, David? 49ers all day, every day. It don't stop. For life. Just so that you understand. For life. Mahomes running over Mustafa made me mad. If Greenlaw was healthy, he would have cracked his chest plate. If Greenlaw was healthy, Greenlaw would have put him into the Gatorade on the sideline. He may not even got to that. Now, and I'll give Mustafa, I'll give the young G, the little young line, a break. He was out of position. He was flat-footed. When he was coming head up at anybody, nobody was fucking with him. Refrigerator Perry looked like he couldn't really fuck with him. But he was stand still at the goal line, and that big frog came running straight into him. And that's a big boy. He's heavy. So I'll give him a break. He did end up eating dirt, though. You can't do that on national television. But I will give the youngster a break. He's a rookie, and he was flat-footed. And Kermit is really the size of two frogs, if you ask me. But he's the best quarterback maybe ever. But Greenlaw probably would not have got run over at the goal line for sure. But he would have put his ass into the 15th row on the sideline. So hopefully he comes back and he can do that. In the meantime, we have Kyle just being Kyle. And I'm really starting to get tired of Kyle being Kyle. And just really not taking accountability for the fact that he's not coaching his team. You don't see him coaching up the players. We don't make adjustments. You don't see him speaking to players during the game unless he's admonishing someone or yelling at a referee. He's not a coach. I don't believe he's an effective leader. I believe somehow he poisoned their minds like some fucking shit in Aliens or something like that. but he hasn't led them the way Andy Reid leads his team and the way Andy Reid leads his quarterback. Because our quarterback was lost yesterday. And he now, of course, he had a chance to go one-on-one with Patrick, head up. Patrick coming to his house, and Patrick put his feet all over Brock's couch, stood up on that shit like he was a child. Went in his refrigerator, shit in his bathroom, everything that you can do to disrespect his house, Patrick Mahomes did it to him. And why? It's because the owner of the house didn't even have Brock having a fucking key. The owner of the house locked Brock out of his own house. So Patrick came in and took it over. But to be honest, Brock did not play well yesterday. Now, you can blame a lot of things, I think. You can blame Brandon Ayuk's hands. You can blame fifth-string wide receivers. You can blame Ratface. But how much of the blame does Brock take in your minds, Faithful? Oh, shit. Look at us. Eric, real quick, we'll get back to that. Coming to the stage, and now he's on this mug. Eric, what's up? Congratulations on your win. Congratulations on first place, my man, and I do mean it. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Well, there you go, man. Doing all right? You good?
I'm glad. How you feeling about the Hawks? Congrats on your win.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I tell you, how's Daniel? Is he out officially for this week, or is he hot?
Who again?
Samuel? Debo?
Oh, Debo. Man, all I know is that he has pneumonia, and prayers up for Debo. Hopefully he feels better. That's just crazy. He looked a little out of it on the sideline, and then we figure out why. He looked like he was retaining water. I was like, he did not look good at all. Physically, he just looked like crap. And it turns out that he has pneumonia. So he's in the hospital right now. Hopefully you get better, my man, soon. So I don't know, Eric.
And then BA, that's a big one. Yeah,
We certainly could have used him on Sunday.
Yeah.
So you have any thoughts on why we played so bad?
I don't know. I mean, I think Kansas City is a very good team. I don't know if it's fat or what it is, but at the end of the day, Kansas City just played better than San Francisco did. Yep. At the end of the day. Yeah. Now, Trent Williams, I still don't. So what happened with Trent?
Yes, thank you for asking. Trent Williams had a frustration foul, basically, is what happened. Now, he did get punched in the head, a sucker punch from a little pussy-ass man. But again, nobody's perfect. So he got punched in the head, and he retaliated. And as you know, in life and in the NFL, they always catch the second guy. So he got kicked out. Pardon me.
Yep.
All right, Eric. Well, man, thank you so much for stepping up. As he says, evening to all of you. Hope you're having a good night, man. I appreciate you staying up, or at least stepping up. Hopefully you can stay in the comments for a little bit. Any final thoughts?
Have a great week. I feel like this weekend versus Dallas, I really don't know how it's going to go yet.
It's looking a little iffy right now, my man. Yeah. To be honest with you. But pray for us. Pray for us.
No doubt. All right. Have a good day, y'all.
You too, man. I'll see you later. Yeah. So pray for us and pray for Brock, because while I believe that Brock is being hampered by his coach just a little bit. Like you said, excellent comment. And this is what my biggest issue with Kyle Shanahan is. If anybody doesn't know, if you knew, you'll find out now. If you didn't, and you already been with us, you probably know already. He won't take accountability for anything. With stuff changing, I want him to step up in front of me and say, that was my bad. I have to do better. not we. Everything's always we. There is no we. You're the leader, and then there's everybody else behind you, Kyle. To be honest, you're on a different level than everyone else. Brock, Christian, Nick, you're on a different level. You're the leader. You're the king of the 49ers. But you say we, not I. You never say I. Asshole. Hello to Eric. Everybody say what's up to Eric. Appreciate it. Yeah, Debo just went to the hospital. Sorensen has no identity, absolutely. It looks like it's hard to, I don't know if he has he has the players, doesn't he? Diamond Lenore would tell you that he is the best cornerback in football. So I don't know what the issue is with the defense. It is like we're going away from the Y9. That's good. But I know that they're not doing a lot right now to set up Purdy either. Brock Purdy right now is a man on his own. I believe Brock Purdy is a very good quarterback. Do I believe he's elite? I don't know. I think that he's right there. I think he can be elite. But I think that he needs to be able to play more on his own, and he's got to get the ball out of his hands. That's the biggest thing. Brock, he has to start getting the ball out of his hands. Kyle Shanahan took him in the locker room. There's already a picture. If you ask Dumbass Lombardi or Kent Cone, they had two different ideas as to what happened during that conversation. Two different write-ups about what happened during that conversation. But they had a conversation after the game in the locker room. And Kyle, there's a picture. It's everywhere. Kyle looks pretty pissed. And looks like he's just running Brock down, as only Kyle can. How much of that, though, did Brock really deserve? There's some moments, like Kyle, my sons, we were debating whether or not the person, what was it? I can't remember, was it Kyle? Whoever it was, ran the wrong route on that second pick. Did they run the wrong route? Kyle said, nope, he just missed the play. He just missed the pass. That badly? That second interception, he was throwing it to me at home, was Brock. That second interception was pretty disgusting. It wasn't as disgusting as it would get in the end zone interception, but it was pretty tough. That's not on Kyle, I guess. So Brock has to be better, but can he not be better because our offensive line stinks? That is on Kyle, because he doesn't believe that you need to invest in offensive line. You just need to be quick and fast, so you can pull all the time. What's his obsession with pulling? I don't know. But he doesn't want anybody big, nobody that's strong enough to block, or quick and strong enough to block efficiently for the quarterback. Brock Purdy is running for his life, but he also has to get the fucking ball out of his hands. Maybe if Kyle, I just keep going back to Kyle, if Kyle didn't have so many crossers, or if he had wide receivers who could just beat man-to-man coverage down the field like you're supposed to, then maybe it would be easier. But in the interim, Brock has to work with what he's got, and he's got to work better with it. He holds the ball way too long. He takes sacks. He's taking James-level sacks. Some of these sacks that he made are James against the Rams, James against the Seahawks. Don't throw it to Wagner. Don't take that sack. Don't run out of bounds with the ball in your hand. Those says true, but I think Brock hit his ceiling. Team's going to run man coverage. Yep. So that's what it is. Apparently, he can't beat man coverage. Okay, now give me just a moment for this phone to die, please. Actually. My apologies. All right, let's see. It's the cord. This one. Got it. We don't want technical difficulties. Boom, got it. All right, so yes, Brock has hit a ceiling. They ran man coverage on us. I think they said 67% of the time in the Super Bowl. And at 33%, something like that, just the other day. So I don't know if he can't beat man coverage, or is that our weapons can't beat man coverage. We don't have the players outside of Brandon who has not played well. Who can really beat man-to-man coverage. George can on safeties and linebackers. So how does that help Brock? Because the defense is not falling for the play actions. We are not running up the middle well at all. We're getting no push. We're not getting any back pedal either. Offensive line, I believe, is very bad right now. So I do think that I think he's probably just below personally his ceiling. Low. I do. At least I want to believe that for Brock. I want to believe that he has just like maybe just one more half a level they could get up to. But he needs he honestly, like they say, and they say that he can't play with this person, he can't play with that person. Who plays great without like 4 people ever without the top weapons? Who consistently plays great without the top weapons? So yes, he needs Debo and Brandon with hands. Not this one that we got this year. And yes, he needs JJ. And yes, he needs Christian. I'm starting to sound like he needs a lot. He has an embarrassment of riches at his disposal as a quarterback, and that's not his fault. What is his fault is taking sacks, holding the ball, running out of bounds with the ball, and throwing the football into your offensive guard's right bottom side of helmet. Throwing the football into your guard's helmet is your fault. And he did that on Sunday. I think he's played for us very well since he started for us. Extremely well. The best that we've had and most consistent that we've had since, I don't know, Kaepernick. But he is 6-6 in the last 12 games since the loss at Christmas to the Ravens. I saw on the internet someone saying, going back and forth about, Brock, and they said that, he has 6 interceptions in the 2 biggest last games. It's 7. It was 4 interceptions on Christmas Day and 3 interceptions this past week. No, sir. I don't believe so. I don't think that anybody, who has proven to be worth that so far that's received it? That's a negative. We're all going to find out why on Sunday. So Dak isn't worth it. Who else is already over there? Trevor Lawrence, Patrick. I guess is he making 55 to 60? I don't believe so. Not because, first of all, for me, unless we already had a chip and he was playing like just out of my mind in front of my eyes, that's about it. Like I'm saying, it's only literally a couple people. If he had played like one of them and was a 7th, the last pick of the draft, I would say yes. But for me, for my football mind, with him being the last pick of the draft, he's automatically not. You can't play well enough to warrant that money for me, for the team, when I know what all that money can do for other players. What Tom Brady taking less money did for his team, even though they never had a wide receiver ever. Except for Randy Moss, and they lost. But what Tom Brady did by taking less money, what that did for the Patriots for all those years. I don't think that you have to be playing out of his mind for me to say, give him that money. Because I also think that really hampers our team. Because now, can they sign Mikael Parsons? Are they going to struggle to sign him? Or Jerry can be able to cap? I don't believe so. I don't think that he's worth that money, and he certainly hasn't played like it. He hasn't played to me well enough to get that much money. If we had a chip already, if he found a way to Patrick did to us yesterday, he was not going to lose to us. And Brock Purdy had some way to overcome everything on the field, and we have beat Patrick at least one time in the last 4 years, maybe. Now mind you, he's not throwing to Kelsey or getting the plays called for him that Patrick is. And he, unfortunately, is throwing to someone who just came back from getting shot, Ricky sent some other guys, whoever they are, and then, of course, BA all day, throwing to Brandon. Unfortunately, he's not going to be throwing to Brandon for a very long time, though. But as we all know, Brandon tore his ACL and I believe MCL in the game. So first of all, I want to say prayers up to Brandon Ayuk, sincerely. And get well soon, dog, because we need you. We need a motivated, in shape Brandon Ayuk on this team. And I believe that we all will probably agree with that. But we did not need, but yeah, it was Brady. It was always Brady. It was all Brady. Fuck you, Belichick. Fuck you and them sweaters. Okay, them dirty ass sleeveless sweaters. Fuck out of here. We need a motivated Brandon Ayuk, and we did not get that this year. What we got was someone who acted like a baby all spring and all summer. From Instagram set up skits with his girlfriends. That's his girlfriend that lives in the house with him, and his girlfriend Jada. To asking for a trade, to reneging on that shit, renigger, to finally coming to us out of shape as you could possibly be. So out of shape that he had to kick his shorts off on the football field at practice one day. They were just, I don't know. So he plays like absolute garbage all year long. 6 games, 6 and a quarter. Until in this game, he proves his mettle and was playing like garbage. Dropped that pass right off his hands again, like it was a fucking hot skillet in his hands. And then, unfortunately, ripped his whole stick up, just cracked his whole stick. And now Brandon Ayuk is gone for probably like a calendar year. And is he ever going to be the same player again? Even mentally, is he ever going to, like, he has to be going through so much shit right now. He knows that not everybody, but a lot of you faithful, and y'all are wrong for that shit. Saying it's karma and things like that, I want to say that I think that that's really fucked up. And that's really something that somebody without a heart, people who really aren't humans, say. Football is real business, and it's really real to me. And I was about my family was, myself, my oldest son for sure, maybe Damien, because Trey was saying we should have traded him back in May. Trade him, I don't care anymore. That's what Brandon Ayuk brought my son to. But he damn sure didn't say, well, good on you, Brandon, for ripping your knee up on the field. No. But a lot of faithful today were saying that, and yesterday, and Sunday evening, and at halftime. And I think that that's wrong, because like my man Jameis said about what happened to the diddler, to the Cleveland crotch grabber. You can't be saying good on this motherfucker for ripping his fucking ankle and leg up and shit on the field just because he was the Cleveland crotch grabber. That makes you just as bad and a coward. So to all the faithful that are doing that this week to Brandon, and that are going to continue to do that to Brandon, I'm going to be watching for you. And when I see you on these internet streets, when I get out of jail, I'm going to probably get at you and probably end up back with more time. I'm just going to keep it real with myself. That's what we do here on Platform 246. So please subscribe to the channel, share the video around, hit the like button if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, give it a minute. Give it another shot. Come back and try it again. Watch another show. I'm gonna come for you if I see that shit. I'm gonna cuss you the fuck out probably on the internet, real bad. And you're welcome to do it back. It's just it's pretty better. But don't do that. That's sickening. To be on the internet saying anything about karma or good for that man, when he's a human being and just a football player. This is a man's job, really, when it comes down to it. And now it's his life. You wouldn't want anybody teasing you if you fucking fell over the water cooler at your job. So don't do it to him. That's NFL. Folks get hurt. Look at Chris Godwin last night. Snapped his twig too. What a world. What a world. Brandon, get well soon, my man. You owe me, Brandon. Okay, I'm going to take it easy on you because you're injured and I have a heart. But damn it, Brandon, if you don't know me. Finally, somebody who I think that the Bay is going to be having to get real close and acquainted with is one Ricky Curtis Jackson Sent Pearsall. The man that took a bullet straight to his chest. Now, if he was like the last dragon, he would have caught that bullet with his teeth, boom, and been done with it already. But he's not. But he is a G because he did take one to the chest, and then he came back. He didn't even need a vest. And he came back in time for this game. Ricky Pearsall came back from getting shot faster than Chris McCaffrey came back from his 2 heel surgery. So, like I said, God works in mysterious ways. And hopefully God will allow Ricky to flourish for us. Because it looked like, besides after we gave him a standing ovation, like he's the mayor of San Francisco right now, he knew he could play a little bit. He had to get his bearings with him and shit. And I'm sure he's extremely excited. But we need him to come off the excitement train and get on the I know how to play this game train. And we need to do that ASAFP. That's as soon as fucking possible. Because right now, we're thin at wide receiver. We're thin at everything. Our coach is thin in his head. We're very thin at wide receiver. And he can be a spark for the team. The man can run routes. Hopefully his hands are better than Brandon's. And Brandon can run the shit out of a route. But Brandon will drop you a pass with quickness. We all remember that Brock, when we were blowing somebody out, and then Brock scrambles around like Steve Young, goes to the right, throws that I'm not the last pick of the draft touchdown pass to Brandon. He's right in the right corner of the end zone, and Brandon, wow, dropped it, boom. Out of here, catch. So we've seen a lot of that from Brandon. Hopefully, Ricky has them, you know what I'm saying? And he knows to catch the ball into your hands. He looked pretty good the other day. Oh, yeah, the youngsters up north ain't playing. Real shit. It's real in the battlefield up there in the Bay. So, and then they said, this motherfucker is walking around with this watch on, flossing. So I'm going to have to go try to get me a piece of that. Yeah, Mustafa's going to the Hall of Fame. Mustafa's going to the Hall of Fame. Hopefully, now that play notwithstanding, he's going to go to the Hall of Fame. He's going to be a murderer for us. He's going to be the slaughterer that we need on this team. I fully believe that. And I believe that he wants to be. And he actually, after the game yesterday, he said, this was my fucking yesterday. After the game on Sunday, he said, this was my welcome to the NFL moment. He took accountability for getting stepped on at the goal line. Meanwhile, his coach did not teach him that. He has the green light. He's going to be knocking some fools out. Ricky Sento, I want to just give my respect to Ricky Pearsall for coming back for us, getting shot just like three months ago and shit like that. Again, came back faster than our other white chocolate that we have on this team, Christian. So we're going to need you, Ricky. I think he could be a security blanket for Brock. And if nothing else, with the wide receiver situation being what it is now, I'm pretty sure Kyle Shanahan's going to try to force feed him as much as he possibly can. So hopefully this wasn't like force feeding y'all this content that we dropped today. The game sure was. D. Winters got speed, but overrun tackles. He did that in the game. Yeah, he lit somebody up too. Came in like a lightning bolt. And I didn't even know who 53 was. I said it must be Winters, because then later on he did miss a tackle. So we have some players. 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 We have Ricky Pearsall, D. Winters, Mustafa. We got some good young players. But if we had a coach, if we only had a coach that could cultivate, motivate, whatever age, talent to the level that it ascends what their normal talent level is, and then put them in the right positions at the same time, we would be Niner banging and don't banging nonstop. But of course, instead, we're stuck with a rat head motherfucker. Kyle, that was to you in your language. Hopefully you take that message in, think about it nice and hard all week, and give us a win against Texas. Thank y'all so much for watching. Shit. That would be too much like right, Bebop. Just like y'all being here with me. Y'all be safe. Niner, gang, bang. We'll be live streaming for the game this Sunday. I got a feeling it's going to be a little bit different.